A very warm welcome to the Goodwin Live Goodwin Boxing Special, because all of the guests tonight are from the Goodwin Boxing team. So we're going to be getting started very shortly. But before we go through tonight and talk about tonight, let's talk about what we've got coming on Monday. So Monday evening, 7 o'clock, we've got a really decent show. We've got Graham Everett from Norwich, who is the trainer of the Walsh brothers, and he's had many champions, including Herbie Hyde and many over the year. Graham joins us. Sam Cox, flyweight from London, from Islington in London, a man that's really on the verge of going into big titles, definitely in the next 12 months. Sam Cox will be joining us. One of Devon, Cornwall's biggest potential stars, Billy Stanbury, joins us. And I'd be delighted to talk to Billy, who's already had a fantastic debut, and he's a star in the making. And then finally on Monday, we have Chris Mason, who many of you will remember, played in many World Darts tournaments. He's now a commentator on ITV and is a massive boxing fan. And Chris Mason will be joining us on Monday. So we've got a great show on Monday, so make sure you come in at 7 o'clock sharp. Tonight, we have the Goodwin team. At the end, we speak to Josh, my son, professional boxer, promoter, helps with the matchmaking. He'll talk about that. Olivia is on just before him. She helped start Goodwin Boxing, and she'll talk about what she's up to now and experiences in boxing. The #1 blogger in the country upsets a load of people. He's probably got more blocks than Piers Morgan on Twitter. That's Martin Theobald. He's on at 7:10. Alan Budgen, promoter, a man with many talents. He's on at 7:05. But first of all, we're going to be joined by my right-hand man, Kevin Campion, the man that makes things tick behind the scenes and does a lot of the work with the boxers. So I'm going to see if Kevin's here. We'll have a chat and he can chat and see what he's been up to. It's fine. Here we go. This he should be. I shouldn't be able to wait too long. You okay, mate?
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, good. Hello.
She's been desperate to come on here. She's been waiting to come on just to. How you doing? You okay?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. So tell everybody how lockdown's been for you.
Oh, it's been all right, really. Obviously, I've got three children. Obviously, 2 young ones. So the main bulk of our time has been obviously homeschooling while they're off school. So apart from obviously spending the time doing that, it's we haven't really had a lot of time for anything else. But it's it's a different challenge for sure. But it's all right. Look, it's staying at home. It's not too hard. But I do miss the normality of life and going about everyday life. You know.
Same for everybody at the moment, and obviously boxing is something that we all love to be involved with, and it's hard when there's nothing even going on. There's not even any to watch. So let's look at all the different titles you've had in the sport.
Oh God, there we go.
So we've got.
You've wrote these all down.
We've got matchmaker.
Yeah.
House second on Frank Ward. Yeah. Promoter.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
Event planner. Helping with the management of boxers.
Right.
What one do you enjoy the most? Have you enjoyed the most?
I don't know. Really, they're all different. They're all different. So it's all each brings to the house second was cool. Although it's not the most glamorous job, but you're right ringside, close to the action. Promoting, was good when I did that. It's that was something different. Obviously doing the events like operations and that is good. It brings a separate challenge. Matchmaking's a nose, but it's I would say that's probably the worst out of all of them. But it's that is what it is. Everyone's slightly different. So
yeah. So and obviously you watched a lot of fights. So let's ask you a couple of questions. What's the best fight you've witnessed live?
Oh, that's a good question. I suppose the one that sticks into mind recently would be, obviously on our show, I would say, is Yusuf and Liam Dillon. I thought that was a great fight. And that's the one that sticks into mind recently. I'm trying to think. There's been a few, but springing it on me like that, I'd say that one because that's relatively fresh in the mind.
Yeah, that was a cracking fight, wasn't it? I mean, it was.
What's yours, Steve? Just out of interest, what's yours?
Probably Cello Render, Leon McKenzie. Not the result,
that was a
but
great
the
fight
as itself. I thought the fight had absolutely everything, absolutely everything. But yeah,
I think one I enjoyed as well was going back a bit was when Johnny Garton beat Ryan Fields for the English. That was our first English champion. That was really good as well at that time. As well.
And also I've got to say, Frank Bullioni against Hosea Burton.
That's the one that see you on Sky jumping and shouting, "Go on, Frank!" You see you on Sky doing that.
I do get carried away. But the thing is, if you're not emotively involved with a fighter, you can't really. You shouldn't be doing it. Do you know what I mean?
No, sure.
Liam, they're both our fighters, so it was very difficult. But generally, unless you're emotively attached, you can't do the job.
That is difficult. That when there's two boxers that's managed by you that's do it, it's difficult. As you know, I don't sit ringside when it's two of your fighters. You know, you don't want to. You can't cheer for one side or the other.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I'll never sit ringside for those.
I'm buffering a bit. Are we still there? Still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Good. We lost. Yeah, we're back again. Yeah, we're back again. Yeah. So are you looking forward? I mean, I don't know when it's going to get back to normal. When we're going to be back to normal, I don't know. But you know, we just got to do that. We got to do our job and do everything we're doing in the meantime, and wait for it all to resurrect. So we
can do, mate. Just take it week by week. I mean, yeah, we don't know when. Like you say, we don't know when it could be back. Will it be this year? Will it be next year? I don't know. It changes so often. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we, mate?
Yeah, exactly. All right, mate. Well, cheers for it. Cheers for tonight.
No worries, mate. Nice to see you. I'll speak soon, yeah? Take care, bud.
Bye. Well, that was Kevin, right-hand man. Many of you know him and many of you speak to him. We're now going to touch base with Alan Budgen. He's my brother-in-law. He's also a promoter and he's also been there from the start. So let's track base with Alan now. Let's find Alan. Can find him on here. There he is. Lifelong Arsenal supporter, which is also football as well.
I'm connected. Yeah, I'm good. Good thing I can't see you now, actually. So, yeah, I can't see you. I can see me. It's just not. Got you. Yeah.
When we started off the first show at Milton Keynes, there was myself, you, your wife Julie, and Trisha walking around firing houses in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we started, right? Do you remember that? 10 years ago, Al?
I know, incredible. No, I'll never forget that. Remember me walking around with a big briefcase with all the payouts in it and looking really obvious. Everyone else was there dressed casually, and there I was.
The way things are at the moment, I'd be quite happy going around delivering leaflets to houses and doing stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
God,
exactly. Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah,
so
incredible. How far it's come since then is incredible, really.
Yeah, it has been well, that was just when we didn't really know what we were doing and we started from something. But I always remember the days when we sat and
we were just finding our way. But you're buffering quite a bit.
Yeah, that's. Oh, is it? Is it? You're there? The internet's been really good here now for about a week since Sky sorted it. It's played up a bit tonight. I remember the days when we sat and watched Tyson fights. Do you remember all night long with Paul Dempsey? Yeah. Do you remember those days?
Oh yeah, can you ever forget those? I mean, as you say, sitting there all night to watch one fight and you know, trying
to talking.
And they just talked for hours and hours, and then you know, having to drink strong coffee just to keep awake. And, we saw some good fights, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So, I asked Kevin the question about fights. I mean, since you've been involved, and we're limited to our shows, what's the best fight you've watched?
I've been thinking, it's a tough one, but not necessarily the best one. I don't think it was the best one. It definitely wasn't the best one, actually. But the fight, I think, for me, I can remember, because it maybe always took us up a notch in Goodwin boxing, was the you know, the Wadi Camacho Commonwealth fight against Arfan Iqbal. Because, not because it was the best fight, but I remember the build-up to the fight, we was all wondering who was, you know, it really felt like, which way was this fight going to go? Because Arfan had beat Waddy before, hadn't he? I remember.
Yeah.
And so we thought, were we going to get a repeat of that? What was Waddy going to do different maybe to win the fight this time? And I suppose, like you mentioned earlier, getting emotionally caught up in a fight, all the build up to it. And I remember going down with you to the weigh-in for it. And, you know, it built the fight up for me. And so I enjoyed that. Although it was I say I don't necessarily think it was the best fight ever, but it was one that for me, was a sort of step up for Goodwin boxing as well, because to have a Commonwealth title fight,
Yeah,
it was, like you said, going back to the Milton Keynes, the first one. I think we had 4 fights on the bout. I remember we ended up with, didn't we?
That was desperate, weren't it? But we filled it out, and again we learned a lot. We had Harry Matthews top the bill. Ryan Barrett was second on the bill, wasn't he? And then you had, it was when you look back at it, it was pretty bad. It was a pretty poor show, really. I mean, the main fight was good, but yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, but we were learning, weren't we? You know, it was first steps, and come on leaps and bounds since then. And I think that's great credit to how you build it up. You know,
yeah, that's all good.
And
so the other thing we're missing is the football, isn't it? It's not just the boxing; it's the football.
Oh yeah, definitely. As bad as Arsenal are at the moment, we're still missing it because. Yeah, it's a big hole to fill when there's no live sport, particularly football, and
it's not looking promising. It's not looking promising either, is it? Even the football side of things. I mean, you don't see football with audiences for quite a while now, do we? So
no, I think it's going to have to be a behind closed doors thing, isn't it? And I seeing today that the Dutch league have cancelled their league. They've cancelled it. They've said that's it. It's null and void, basically. I got a feeling we won't go down that road, but with all the money that's involved in the English Premier League. But I do think maybe it's going to be behind closed doors.
Yeah, no.
I can't see any way you're going to allow. You know, you're not going to have crowds and crowds of people turning up for football matches. You know, no, I think it's definitely not going to happen.
It'd be the same with boxing as well. When that comes back, it's got to be behind closed doors as well. But we'll have to see. I think
inevitable. I think I can't see how you can have crowds of people unless you're some way able to test everybody, and I can't see that's happening yet. No, that's some way.
Well, they didn't do very well this morning with their testing. It closed down in about 5 minutes, didn't it? That's crazy.
That's the website. They couldn't cope with the demand. Yeah, exactly. Tells you everything, doesn't it?
Oh well, good to speak to you, Al. Thanks for coming on. So a brief but a very good chat there. So thanks a lot, mate. We all go back to the start. So, cheers.
Anytime.
Thanks, Al. And
see you later. Take care.
Take care, mate.
All the best.
We're now going to bring on the man who upsets everybody, Martin Theobald. Now, Alan, who we just spoke, falls out with anybody, but now we've got the man that falls out with everybody. So let's have a chat and see what this troublemaker has been up to since he's had time off. Let's see where he is. Let's wait for Martin Theobald. Good man is Martin. Where are you?
I'm out in the garden, mate.
How are you? Oh dear, how are you keeping? You right?
How are you?
Yeah, good. Question.
I'm good. Your internet's poor, Steve.
Sorry again?
Your internet's poor.
Yeah, it's today, isn't it? It's playing up today.
Yeah.
We had Sky. I mean, Sky, like they were doing it all last week, so it had all crashed, and they sorted it, and today it's gone wrong again. So never mind.
I've just seen Ellie Scotney's joined. Evening, Ellie. I want to say you were fantastic the other night. I really enjoyed it.
She's back on next Wednesday, Mark, because a lot of people like you and a lot of others, because that didn't save, they never saw it. So she's coming back on next Wednesday.
No, they need to stay and watch it.
Yeah, so exactly. So how many people have blocked you on Twitter since we've been in lockdown?
What, this week or? No, I'm blocked by a few, but normally for asking good questions. People don't like good questions. I think, where's the Transformers pyjamas? I've left them upstairs. Sorry, Ramez. No. I think I'd asked Anthony Joshua once whether he was doing a giveaway of some Beats headphones and some of his other corporate stuff. And so I asked him if I won them, could I then sell them on StubHub at double the price? And that got me blocked.
Maybe it was touching a nerve, because that's how it worked. We know what goes on with that. And Yeah. So.
Oh, there's Aid. Hello, Aid. But no, I've got Eddie Hearn. Famously doesn't enjoy my company.
Has he
that's
blocked
fine.
you? Has he blocked you?
Yeah, he has.
Has he? God.
I'm not even sure why. But
Oh, God.
yeah, so no, I've been fairly good during lockdown. I've not wound people up.
But anyway, so during lockdown, tell me the good and the bad. So tell me the boxers you think have come out well during lockdown, and boxers you think have been on social media and done badly during lockdown.
Good. Joseph Parker, he's the standout one, isn't he? He's been phenomenal. Like, that's citing him. And I would love to know how he's doing it, in terms of there must be some editing person or director or whatever it is that's spending time with him, which I don't know what the rules are in New Zealand, but would seem to contravene what you'd have over here. But fair play to him. It's phenomenal. Others that have come out well from it, I say Ellie the other night, just a different side to Ellie that I haven't seen before. Such a chirpy lass, fun, enjoyable. And she's had her story covered of how she's working at B&Q and things like that. So yeah, fair play, massive fan of that. What I don't get is, and I tweeted this yesterday, that why are there no boxers out there offering up boxing lessons? Like, boxing is one of the few sports where you don't need space and you don't need equipment to learn the very basics. Like, some boxer out there, if anyone's watching this, just do some videos for YouTube and get them up on all the social media accounts of how to throw a jab, how to throw a hook, how to throw a straight right, how to throw an uppercut. Just 20-minute videos, because it's the only sport where you don't need the space and you don't need any equipment.
So has anybody been a total arse over the last couple of weeks?
Are you trying to get me blocked by more?
Just ask you. Well, you always tell straight answers, so I'm just asking you a straight question.
I don't think Anthony Fowler's done himself any favours.
Oh, the O'Hara Davis thing, yeah.
Yeah, well, he pipes up into every conversation going. So there was the stuff about Devin Haney, and what he said about I'll never be beaten by a white boy. And then Anthony Fowler has to chirp in with a picture of him knocking over the guy that he fought last time out and saying, yeah, well, what if I said it about I'd never be beaten by a black lad on roller skates or whatever it was? I think, why are you joining in? Like, what's your reason for doing this? And in isolation, that tweet doesn't look very good.
No, sir.
Not on Anthony. And, people are happy to screenshot stuff like that and put it out and say, well, Anthony's a racist as well, which I don't necessarily believe that he is, but it's just an ill-thought-out tweet. And then the stuff with O'Hara Davis, like, come on, lads, you're not going to fight. One of you's a bloody light welterweight, one of you's a light middleweight. You're going to be arguing over 2 or 3 pounds in the middle. Give it up.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's never going to happen. Never. And when we get back to boxing, Mark, what fights are you looking forward to seeing? Let's talk about something positive.
What? Linus. I want to see Linus move on. And, hopefully he gets to defend that English title still. I missed your last show that you had on because I was saving my childminding credits to come and watch Linus defend his title the week after in that ill-fated show. And I want to see Brad Pauls. He tweeted something. I liked Brad's tweet the other day that he put out, and he put it on Facebook, I think, as well, of him thinking, and then it cut to a video of him knocking people out. Like, Brad Pauls, for those of you that may be watching that don't know Brad Pauls, go and check Brad Pauls out, because he's one of the most clinical finishers going. He's excited. He's never, ever in a dull fight. Like, as soon as he realises that you're in some way hurt, he will go after you. And so I want to see where you can take Brad to that next level. And I know you've got, there's traffic there with Linus holding the English, Brad looking presumably to be moving towards that. I don't envy your...
He was due to fight a final eliminator, wasn't he, against Mick Hall on 10th of April. So obviously that fight's still there as soon as we can go back. So we're still going to build him, and he's very exciting, very, very exciting. No, I can't
Yeah,
do
no.
it.
So I think those are the two that I look forward to. I always look forward to seeing a Liam Dillon fight. Like he's a little unit of a man. You know, he's square. He's walked forward. Doesn't take a step back during a fight. I look forward to seeing what you can do with him next. On the biggest stage, I kind of want to see just Joshua get this Pulev fight out of the way, and then see if we can somehow work our way through Joshua Fury. But I think that's, that would be, if they could fit that in somehow this year, that would hopefully make up for everything that we've missed.
I'd agree. So it's still a lot. There's a
But
lot
we
to
shall
look,
see.
there's
What
still a
about
lot
you?
to look forward to, isn't there? That's the point. There's still plenty to look forward to.
Yeah, and I just look forward to seeing the boxing community again, and seeing, the likes of Sam O'Reilly and Brooks Stretfield, who sit down and watch all these fights from start to finish of a night. Seeing the likes of Richie Gray will come down, seeing you and Kev and Josh and Livia and Trish, and just being around people again and having those conversations. That's what I think you kind of realise that you miss, is not necessarily the action, but the conversations and the interaction with people.
Totally agree. Oh, well, there's time to go. Thanks a lot, Martin, for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. And stay safe.
You take care, mate. I'll catch up soon.
Up in a couple of days.
Take care.
Cheers, matey. Right. So that's Martin,
Bye-bye.
one of the most astute judges in the game. But he just says what he thinks, and you can't criticise him for that, that's for sure. So that was Martin, and we're going to be next joined by one of my family. We've got two of them coming on. So let's track Olivia and see where she is. She was the one that started the business off, going back many years ago. So let's drag Olivia on. I think she's around somewhere. Hello, daughter. How you doing?
Hello.
What people don't realise, Olivia, and I probably don't mention it enough, it was actually, me and you that started this off from scratch, the boxing, wasn't it? It was just us.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And
yeah,
you were working.
we ran it all,
office,
just me and you.
Together, yeah. It was, they were the times, that was before, obviously, Josh or Kev or anybody else even. Josh was still at school, wasn't he? He was still a 15-year-old at school.
It was a long time ago now. But yeah, since then, I don't do as much in the office anymore. I went from doing absolutely everything to now more just on the night is when I go into action of working again.
You do the promoting as well, so you enjoy that as well.
Oh yeah.
So before we go and talk about
I do love all of that.
What else you're up to now? Because your boxing is not the main thing in your life. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what's the best fight you've ever seen?
Well, I probably should say my brother.
Josh Goodwin and Liam Conroy. Okay.
I don't know, mate. Yeah, of course, it's my brother. But I really, although we didn't get the outcome, I thought. But yeah, there's been a lot of good fights. Like obviously when Woody's won titles, when everyone wins titles, and whenever you see everyone make. Oh, Liam McKenzie Celarenda.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was a great fight. Yeah, it was. That's my fight. It's the best fight I've witnessed as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
So obviously you've now moved on.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
You've now moved on and you run a beauty business now, don't you?
Yeah, I've got my own beauty salon and I do makeup as well as the beauty stuff. But yeah, I've got my own little salon at home in a cabin.
But it's been
pretty much the same as the one you can see behind, but this is our party one.
Yeah, it's not operational though, is it, at the moment? So, but it's gone really well. I mean, you've built up a very, very successful business there, haven't you? So it's going really, really well for you. But that's your passion, isn't it now?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love what I do. Like, there's never a day that I wake up and I can't be bothered to go to work. And I always see that when you love working beyond anyone. So I never wanted to dread work, and I love what I do. So yeah, it's all worked out really well for me because I get the boxing, which gives me that different aspect of things as well. Like, it's a completely different thing to boxing, and beauty is like completely opposite. So I don't know, life's always interesting and busy. It's good.
Yeah. Sam Cox has just asked if you can do his makeup for him.
His girlfriend's a makeup artist too.
Is she?
We'll do a half each.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sure she is. Yeah.
Okay, that's all good. So I mean, yeah, you get on well with Sam, don't you? You get on really well with Sam. And sometimes you get a really good relationship with certain boxers, don't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. When that you're around people and like Sam, well, the two Sams, they've been down to Leighton Buzzard a few times and come to the parties and stuff. So you build up like relationships with people and obviously follow them on Instagram. And I don't know, I think I just admire Sam with like how much he trains and like he just out there always trying to inspire people. And I just think it's really nice, and everything he's been through is like, you wouldn't know, he's so strong, and I think it's great. Yeah,
that's good. So obviously you just want everything to get back to normal now, the boxing to go back and your business to open up and to build on your business. But, you know, we've all got to get through that period, haven't we? So you still enjoy the boxing though, don't you?
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to work, but safety first. Yeah, boxing's a massive part of my life. You know, I miss out on a lot of social things for boxing and stuff.
It's worthwhile,
though. See you later.
So that was Olivia. I know the Wi-Fi is a little bit dodgy, and Josh will be on the same Wi-Fi somewhere. We'll wait to get hold of Josh. So apologies for the Wi-Fi. Let's now try and get hold of Josh. Be around somewhere if we can get hold of him. And Josh is the last one on before we go to Monday's session. So let's dig Josh. Waiting for Josh to come on board. Here we go. He's coming on. Hi, Josh. So, professional boxer undefeated, assistant matchmaker, promoter, house second. And you've done that in New York as well with Tom Dallas. What's been the best experience?
Yeah, that was a great memory. I'd say the overall buzz would be the professional fight 4 years ago now. So that was unforgettable, really. Close second be Madison Square Garden. That was a very once in a lifetime experience.
But the fight was the best experience of the war.
I think it's personal accomplishment again.
But so now
getting the weight down, so on. There's a lot went into that. So,
and how heavier are you now than when you fought? So a bit of a. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I think we might. Can you hear me now? I think we might have to close this down because it's not. You can hear me? The Wi-Fi's playing up. Give it one more second. If not, we'll have to shut it down early. Maybe get Josh to give me a second. Are you back on? Well, afraid that one's run short. The internet's let us down, but we a little brief chat with Josh. Thanks for watching tonight. We'll be back to normal on Monday. As I say, hopefully the internet will work a little bit better. Chris Mason from the Darting World's on. Sam Cox himself is on. Graham Everett is actually on. And we've got Billy Stanbury from Plymouth who's on. It's going to be a fantastic show on Monday. Be interesting to see Chris Mason, the darts player, who's now a commentator on ITV, and talk to him about his love for boxing. So thank you very much today for watching, and we'll be back on Monday.